There's been a recent study of what the conditions are of the people who work full-time, 40 hours a week or more, and are poor. The study was commissioned and performed by the Russell Sage Foundation, very old, very well-reputed foundation that studies all kinds of social issues. And they published something called the Russell Sage Foundation Journal of the Social Sciences. And that's where the report comes from. The article in the report was written by folks at Brandeis University's Institute for Child, Youth, and Family Policy. So these are very well-established, old organizations studying this subject. So let me give you a snapshot of what they found. 35% of families who work full-time year-round do not earn enough to cover the basic needs of housing, food, and childcare. Let me repeat that. Over 1/3 of the families in America who work full-time year-round are poor, to say it simply. Wow. There are not enough jobs, but even worse, the jobs there are pay so badly that you're poor even though you work full-time year-round. Let me give you some of the particular statistics. More than half of full-time working Black and Hispanic families, 52% of the Black, 59% of the Hispanic, do not earn enough to meet their basic needs. For white and Asian families, the percentages are 25 and 23%. Here's another example. Low-income Hispanic families have extremely limited access to benefits when they work full-time year-round. More than half, 52% of Hispanic families do not have health insurance at their job, and more than 3/4 have no pension. You know what happens if you're a family working full-time with tired parents coming home after a full-time year-round job, and you don't earn enough to take care of your family, and you have no pension, and you have no health insurance? You condemn those innocent children to be as poor as you are. They can't afford the supports. They can't afford the education. It's condemning an enormous portion of your people to endless generations of being at the bottom of the economic pole. And you know what it also teaches us, in case we still need to learn? Don't ever think that the reason we have poor people is because they don't work, or they don't want to work, or any of that rationalization. Here's the statistics. Poor people are often, in huge numbers, people who work, full-time, year-round. And you know one of the lessons you give to children if they're poor, despite their parents working all the time? They're not going to have a lot of respect for jobs. They're not going to look for the kinds of work that their parents never found, and are probably not there for them yet either. Don't make up a program that provides jobs for people, because the jobs for people have left more than 1/3 of the people working year-round full-time poor. It's a very important issue.